Once you've opened Prodesktop, you're presented with a screen like this. And so the first thing we're going to do is start a new design. So I do this by going to File and New, and I'm presented with three options. We're interested in designing, so we're going to start a new design. We'll come back to the photo album in a later lesson. So I start my new design, and I'm going to maximize my design screen here. I'm going to close my palette, and now I'm ready to begin designing. So we're presented with a work plane. The work plane is like a blank sheet of paper that I can draw on. Over here are my sketching tools. So to start this activity off, I'm going to select my rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw a rectangle by clicking and dragging like so. Okay, so I've now got a 2D shape, and I'm going to give it some three-dimensional form. So here I go to Feature and Extrude Profile, and I can take the little yellow handle and drag that up like so, click OK, and I have a 3D form. If I click on my little smiley face, the design just rotates around for me nicely. Click anywhere in the screen and it returns. So that's the basics of Prodesktop, taking a two-dimensional shape and giving it three-dimensional form. Let's close this. I'm not going to worry about saving it. Let's File and Close. I don't want to save it. I'm going to start again. So I'm going to repeat the procedure again. So File, New, File, New Design, maximize the screen, and here I go. So I'm going to create another 2D shape just like I did last time. This time, however, I'm going to grab the line tool and I'm going to draw a random line anywhere. But before I do, I just want you to take note of the fact that at the moment I have a shape that is shaded, and that's known as a valid profile. Once I draw a random line somewhere, all of a sudden my shading goes and I no longer have a valid profile. So if I try to repeat the step that I did before, Feature, Extrude Profile, this time I'm going to get an error. I'm doing this deliberately. Okay, and I get an error. And the error says that a problem occurred because the lines in the sketch do not form a valid profile. This may be because there are some stray lines, which we know we have, or open loops in the sketch. So if I just close that for now, and at this point in time I'm just going to close this design, not going to save it, I'm going to start again. So if you ever get in trouble with this, just close the design and start again. That's the simplest way at this point. File, New Design. Once again I'm going with a valid profile this time, just my rectangle tool. It's valid. Feature, Extrude Profile, click OK, and I have a valid profile. This time I'm going to save my design. So to do that I go to File and Save. I need to browse to my file server. So it's my network drive U. I'll make a new folder called Prodesktop. I'll open that folder and I'll call this My First Design and hit Save. Once you've done that, you're ready to move on to the second lesson.